Oh, apparently we're actually live, Diablo.
Oh,
Sorry about this, if you've been watching and wondering why there's been no sound. I wasn't entirely sure if we were live or not, but anyway, let's get straight into it. We are covering the FullTilt challenge here between eSuba and Decerto. I believe, and I could be wrong here, and I apologise if I am, but this is the first round of the playoffs today. And I am Metis, joined by Diablo. Hello Diablo, how you doing?
good evening. I'm pretty good. Feeling a bit rough, but should be a good game, good tournament, good teams.
Absolutely. Obviously, eSuba especially a household name in COD4. Decerto perhaps not quite as well known, but some really good players in the mix for them. Is there any specific player that you're looking at here to really turn something on?
It's not that. I'm looking at the lineup changes. The recent eSuba announcement picking up the Polish Deviants, so I want to see how that's going to work out. Poles and the Czechs, I didn't know they had such a great alliance. So it should be a good fun watching these teams battle out. But yeah, I mean, there's big names on either side of the teams. Aerox, the Dutch Scope. Of course, I can mention any of the players from the eSuba team. Yeah, should be a good game.
Absolutely. Just waiting for the ready up for knife. And for some reason my game keeps crashing. Awesome.
COD4 does that to you once in a while. Wind you up. No, the game does it itself.
It's very
yeah,
strange.
this is the eSports Heaven FullTilt Poker, and is it the playoffs? I have no idea. When were the groups?
I think it is the playoffs, but as I say, I'm not entirely sure. We're kind of thrown in this at the last second, so if we are wrong on that, apologise.
I'm pretty sure it is, because I heard Fragmasters are playing WinFact, so that's a pretty big game itself. There won't be this many big games in group.
That's true.
Would actually like to jump into that game if one finishes quickly. I don't think it will. Is it best of 3 format in the playoffs? Right, we can assume this?
I would assume so, but I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I'll try and figure out on IRC or Xfire exactly what the details are.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be covering another game after this. So we'll just have to have a look. Actually, I may ask them on in the server what the format is.
You already done it.
Best of 1 apparently, so we see one map. Whoever wins the map will go through to the next round.
Definitely going to be a tense game. No room for errors here. Although I've never really been a fan of best of 1, ever. If I had it my way, I could do the groups best of 3. But then, forever. You never really get a feel of the team you're playing against in a best of 1.
That's really true, to be honest. You win the knife round, and before you know it, you could be sort of half-time period, not even warmed up. So it's quite an odd way for me to determine who goes through at this kind of stage in the tournament, if it is the playoffs.
It's not even that though. You see it at LAN all the time. I mean, you get the group stage and you get all these random results like, oh my god, team out of nowhere. 5 British kids, never heard of them. Fnatic to like 13-10, like this. But when it gets to the groups, I mean the playoffs, when it's best of 3, it's the same guys who progress through the playoff bracket. That's why I've never really been a fan of best of 1.
I'm going to assume it's Crash. We are just waiting for the ready up still. Not entirely sure what's going on, but it seems that Metal has a 220 ping, so it could be a reason why he isn't readied up. Maybe trying to turn off the downloads, or maybe going to fiddle around with his router or something. I'll just give you a quick roster rundown while we wait. For eSuba, you have Lucca, Troom, Defiant, Hectic, and Nisak. And for Decerto, Anton, Aerox, Expo, Metal, and I'm not entirely sure who the other player is. It looks like Binary or something.
Yeah.
Indeed. Whole lot of 0 and 1s. And we are ready, so we'll be going live for the knife round, I'm assuming.
Old knife.
Never been a fan of knifing, if I'm honest.
I've heard the COD2 or COD1 bash. 2 hits. So it's kind of like Counter-Strike. Where it takes 2 hits to grab a kill.
Did you have the like, little pokey, irritating stab and the big lunge? In Counter-Strike, and this is more one hit, one kill. And it would seem that eSuba will be going through, but actually Misak did just team kill Hectic before picking up that kill onto Metal. And eSuba will be choosing defense, which I guess you could say is a bit predictable on Crash.
This new shoutcast setup is brilliant. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing with it.
Same.
There's so many little bits and bobs that you can work with. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Craziness.
I'm going to bind the 2 scopes. Go with that. Oh my god. Who on earth is player 1? Let's just not bind.
It seems awesome until you actually try doing something and then your mind just explodes, because I tried to earlier and I just had no clue what was going on.
Yeah. Is it player 1 on when you press tab? I mean, does it change every round? God knows.
So again, waiting for Decerto to ready up. If you have just joined us, both myself, Metis and Diablo will be bringing you the action of this FullTilt Poker Challenge Round 1 playoff match between eSuba and Decerto. The 9th round did just commence and finished. Decerto did lose it and eSuba chose defense. So you are completely up to date with this match now, just waiting for Aerox to ready up, then we will be ready to go live. And hopefully some flare and fireworks for you guys watching.
Haven't seen much of Decerto at all while streaming, but I know eSuba have a pretty good track record on this map. And I've definitely had some trouble with them before. So I've definitely got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, I would definitely go along with that. Probably say that I would expect eSuba to pick this one up. Might not be comfortable, maybe quite close, but I do expect eSuba to be walking through to the next round.
Can always brave the underdog win.
Indeed.
Go and Metis.
Alrighty then, let's take it away. I'm gonna follow Aerox the first round, Decerto's scope, throwing the fairly predictable nade towards B alley, and he has got the frag onto Lucas, so first blood to Aerox. Predictable but effective, the best possible frag grenade there are. Defiance replying onto Binary, I'll just call him. I have no clue who that is. I'm not going to say 010101 every single time. So we are all down to a evenly matched tug of war here. Defiance doubling his frags in this round onto Anton. Best possible start for him. He has pushed all the way around towards Blue House, getting right behind them. As Hectic, the SMG duo, the other member, has also picked up 2 kills, so the SMG is going phenomenal so far for eSuba. 4 versus 1, Aerox in B alley. Scope has been tagged, been spotted. Seems to be lagging to me, and he has been dropped from Defiance. He picks up the 3-man, and first round will go to eSuba.
Talk about an aggressive opener. Defiance in the blue alley within the first 10 seconds of the round. So great work from him. Now I'm going to watch Defiance. I'm going to see if he's going to repeat this. Because it looks, by the looks of it, he's storming it. He's completely locked off A, and he's picked up a frag instantly onto Anton. Make that 2, almost a 3rd. However, Troom just follow up. Aerox once again the last man standing, and this round literally lasted about 10 seconds. However, Aerox does get a frag, but gets shut down. eSuba with just great work from Defiance, 6-1 in just 2 rounds.
Absolutely insane gaming here from Defiance. I'll switch over and see what Lucka can do. Well, the answer is a very early scope shot onto Aerox, who was peeking round from B alley. Very nice work from Lucka. Let's move on in the round, following Troom now as he's peeking towards bottom blue house. He did just catch a glimpse of a shoulder. Quickly darted back though. Let's see what Decerto are doing. Very static, very disciplined and sat back here, not really on the edge. But Troom has just easily mopped up that frag onto Anton. Binary applying onto Lucka there. So 4v3. Decerto still in a pretty difficult position. The bomb is around blue house. Expo in Jenny's looking across towards pillar/link. Now onto A bins. Super doing the right thing here. They've got that man advantage. Make that 2 now with Misak, and they're just going to keep it chill. They're going to keep it campy. Don't need to peek and die. Misak somehow doesn't frag Expo. I assumed that he would there into bottom A, and Expo actually closes him off for his mistake. So that one-man advantage has came back for Esuba. Make that 2 once again. Hectic going huge there. Defiance is also spraying across, so the SMG's working in tandem. Paid out dividends for them. And just Binary remains, but he is on B bomb site and he is planting. Troom though on top of sandbags, closes him off comfortably, and this is looking a bit one-sided at the moment. Esuba 3-0 up.
Yeah, and I just want to talk about Troom a little bit. For those who don't know, not to take the limelight off Defiance, who was the big announcement the other day. Troom was part of the old school squad of Esuba back in the COD 2 days, so it's good to see him back really. So I'm going to watch him. I'm not sure there's going to be any action as rains a grenade in onto metal. They've lost player early. 4v4 situation here. Troom's going to just sit around. I'm going to switch players here to Aerox, and he's still in spawn with the sniper, so it's very defensive play. Methodical, but it makes sense. They have had 3 pretty aggressive pushes straight off the bat. And he's going to line up attack grenades onto that A-bins. Sure he's going to claim the frag. However, he does manage to get the frag onto Lucka. Great shot from him. Now they're a man to the good. Defiance evens us up with a frag onto Expo. Binary onto Defiance. 2v3 situation here. Make that a 1v3 as Binary picks up his second. Misak the last man standing, and he's not standing no more as Aerox from the generators picks up a frag and Decerto. Welcome to the game.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if it's just me. It's maybe FPS lag or actual ping lag, but Aerox to me just seems to be jittery
he's definitely
all over
lagging.
the place. Yeah, and Lagameter's going insane whenever I spec him, which can't be good for his scope. But anyway, Troom has picked up that first important kill onto Binary with a frag, and then he doubles it onto Expo. Esuba in the driver's seat once again, and they're going to keep it chilled. Let this be a lesson to you guys watching. If you get those first few picks, just keep it chilled on defense and you will win the round. But Anton is trying to do the absolute opposite there, picking up that easy kill onto Troom. Lucka then replying onto Aerox, so that 2-man advantage once again opens up. Anton's been down from Defiance. He pushes out aggressively from bottom A towards the bottom of blue house here. Metal did just try and make amends onto Lucka, but he's now facing a 3v1. He's back in spawn. They know where he is. He has the bomb and don't fancy his chances here. Player towards the crash archway. It was Misak, and Misak jumps up, cheeky headshot there, and the 3-round lead is once again there to see. 4-1 to Esuba.
I mean, it's definitely difficult from the Decerto point of view, especially when you've got a team like Esuba who have the perfect grenades, the perfect tactics, and they've just locked the team into spawn. And Defiance, 4 out of the 5 rounds, played Blue House. Oh, we've seen a very different round here as Binary and the Decerto boys have well, it seems like they're storming this A site. Lucka picking up a frag onto Metal, Anton onto Misak. I'm going to spec Hectic, who is definitely going to be in a bit of trouble in a second, as guys are going to try and push this A site. But they may switch it up. Binary has pushed all the way down by this green car outside of hardware. And if he could just work his way into back A, he could clean up nice and easy frags over Lucka onto Anton. 3v3 situation here. The teams are just edging each other out. Aerox seems to have switched now back to B site as Aerox does smoke up the B bomb, and he's just going to take a position by grass. Make that 2-on-3, and the bomb's been dropped on the B long fridge. And Aerox with a fantastic shot there onto Lucka. Pixel perfect. Hectic and Troom are your last two men for eSuba, and they're going to have to try and stop, make that defuse this bomb. Hectic with the back A standard B bomb grenade, and your last man standing is Aerox. Troom gets the frag on him. Great work from eSuba, even when the bomb down, not rushing into things, and just calm and collective, and they pick up their 5th round of the game.
Indeed.
Explosives diffused.
Had a few people on Xfire and on the Tech9 thread saying the stream is lagging. Apologies for that. We'll try and fix it after this stream. We should be covering another game from the FullTilt Poker Challenge tournament here. So hopefully we'll get that fixed for you. But I'm going to switch over back into the action. Following, let's see who the first Decerto player I come to is. It will be Expo. Don't think I followed him yet. Anton picks up the first kill onto Defiance. So the monster for eSuba has been periodically quietened here. But eSuba, definitely not a team to take light-hearted. And Anton will double his frags this time onto Troom. Decerto looking good in this round, really need to convert it. They don't want to lose a 5v3. Metal making a 5v2 here. Hectic drops, Misak drops, 5v1. Lucka remains for eSuba. I'm going to switch over. Here's the scope, and he has been taken out from the side from Expo. So brilliant clean up there onto eSuba, making sure they didn't come back into that round. They're still 3 rounds behind at 5-2.
Yeah, I mean, great response from the Decerto team, but they need to start rallying up the rounds, start chaining them together, as I'm going to watch Anton, who once again gets the early frag. Expo as well, meeting him up. Troom responds, however, frags Anton, and he has been locked in this key area. Or should I say archers?
Incredibly comfortable. If Decerto can win the next round or two, it's going to be pretty tense. And Binary has started off this round the best possible fashion. If you're a Decerto fan here, closing off Misak with confidence and just total comfort. Anton coming in with a frag of his own onto Defiance before Troom closes down Binary. So that one player advantage has been brought back again. But it is in the hands of the very adamant gamers of Decerto trying to bring themselves back in this one as Hectic gets team killed from Lucka. Kind of unlucky that as he's pushing into bottom 8, did just get a frag of his own onto, I believe that was Metal. Just previously beforehand, Lucka will take down Expo, and then Anton with a brilliant double kill, connecting the dots on the A site. He doesn't know this, but the last player is on team ball. Aerox, I believe that wasn't actually a sensational no-scope, but he is closed off momentarily afterwards. It will be a defuse eSuba, but all hell just broke loose there. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a messy defense slash attack. I don't know, but great work from Lucka there. It's perfectly played it. Just keep faking the bomb and let the guys just come out, and it's just like whack-a-mole at the arcade just as they pop out of either doors. So great work from him, and Troom just managed to clean up the last frag. And, we're seeing another very fast round here as Hectic's pushed straight up through Crash. And he's just prone in that cubbyhole area. Does get fragged by Metal. Troom gets a frag onto Anton. So Troom gets another frag onto Binary. And he's pushed up all the way to the blue area as well. Very aggressive with the AK. Completely just wiping out the mid with smokes. However, the bomb is going down on A. And it has gone down. And if they play their cards right, they can definitely defend this. Patient. And understand that he hasn't really got much space to move. Hold this wooden area. Troom does drop Aerox. Now Metal is the last man standing versus 4. Picks up 1. Loses to a 1 on 3. Make that 2. Make that just the 1. As Lucka is your last man standing versus Metal. He was working a 1 on 4 situation here. And do believe he is going to pick this up. He's just going to run the time. Great work from Metal. 1v4 situation in an absolute impossible spot. And wow, absolute sensational.
I am actually speechless. I can't believe that. We see eSuba. eSuba to 4v1. How often would we see them lose that kind of round with Metal? Just absolute individual brilliance. Brings it back for his team. And we do now see that 6-4 scoreline after it was 5-1 to eSuba. So this is getting pretty tense. eSuba don't want to let themselves press the self-destruct button just yet. They do still have a 2-round lead. They need to grasp onto that, just grasp, and do everything they can to keep it in their pocket. At the moment, no one has fallen, but Metal, the 4v1 sensation of last round, has been heavily tagged. Regens, though. No one killed. 1 minute 7 remaining. Hectic picks up the Deagle, Western style onto Expo. Aerox replying before Hectic doubles his kills onto Anton this time. Can he go for the triple? Heavy gunfire coming all around A. Aerox is watching the top of A here with the scope. Way back at the spawn bins. Fancied his chances and perhaps picking up a kill there, but Binary will take down Troom. Back to all even once again. Hectic trying to deagle the scope, long range. Pretty damn confident to be able to try and even attempt that. Defiance will pick up the kill onto both Metal and Binary. Brilliant individual play. Once again, Hectic pulling up that Deagle. Heavily tagging up Aerox, who was pushing towards bottom blue. Has been spotted from Hectic and Misak and finally taken down. And that will be a 4-7 lead to eSuba here. Brilliant game so far.
Yeah, I mean, Decerto, after that last round, definitely the motivation and the momentum is definitely going to be up there, but don't need to carry it away. Keep it calm and collective like they did previously. Lucker opens us up. Takes down the opposing scope as Aerox has been dropped. Make that another frag as Misak gets a frag onto Metal. Troom onto Expo. It's frag for frag here as Anton drops Lucker. 2v3 situation now. Binary and Aerox are going to go for this B plant, and Aerox is going to waste no time as he got 3 members piling on him, and Defiance does manage to frag him through the car. And Hectic definitely mops up with a frag onto Binary. So 8-4 at the end of the half. Now, what a great half we've seen.
Quite strange. I don't know about you, Diablo, but it was 5-1. Then you saw this resurgence renaissance from Decerto, and then suddenly out of nowhere it ends up 8-4 to eSuba. It just seems to go back and forth there. And then eSuba just grabbed the bull by the horns and took it home, but the roles have been reversed. You're going to see Decerto defending here. Remember, eSuba did win the knife round, and they elected to go defense, so you never know. Decerto's defense might be a whole lot better than their offense. Let's just find out. Anton fast into bottom A with the SMG. Defiance picking up that first kill onto Binary with the frag grenade. eSuba seem to be favouring the kind of slow, steady approach. Not really pushing one side, trying to get a couple picks. Defiance doing wonders in bottom A there. Closes off Anton. 2 kills so far in this round. Will he go for the ace? I'll switch over. Pushing back out of A before Lucker closes off Aerox comfortably. Expo replies. Also Metal kills as well. Misak also drops, so 3 plays in a row for eSuba dropped within a second, but then Troom picks up the kill onto Metal. 2v1 here. Expo remaining for Decerto, heavily tagged, somehow escapes with his life. Tail between his legs, running away towards back A area. And no idea how he didn't get taken down before, but Defiance just jumps over everyone, throws them off, and we now see a 9-4 lead to eSuba, so it's looking kind of one-sided again. 5 rounds in it.
Yeah, I mean, they had all the right positions, just Expo got very lucky there, unlucky even, towards the end. Should have managed to get the frag onto the blue guy, however it's a different round, and Metal with an early +10 grenade. And that's Troom and Misak, the 2 AK players. They've been completely wiped out, however Defiance managed to get a frag onto Metal. Anton responds. And now it's just Lucker and Hectic. COD4 veterans. Gonna try and early picks trying to even them up. However, Aerox is still alive. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes his way to the glitch roof any soon. However, there's no need. Expo solid B-long play. And Binary again onto Lucker. Great work from them. However, they are 9-5 down and they do need to start chaining the rounds together.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. eSuba are looking like they will be taking this home, so Decerto need to start putting these rounds, getting on a roll here, and that's not a great start. Metal drops to that car bomb. Defiance with the SMG has been dominant so far in this matchup. Already on 17 kills, is on 6 after 2 rounds if you remember. Binary has replied onto Lucker, and Misak closes Aerox down, so the scope is down for Decerto. Hectic coming in with a kill of his own onto Expo. Just Binary remains, 4 players to find. Can we see a repeat of Metal's brilliance earlier? The answer is a resounding no as Defiance closes them off comfortably, and before you know it, 10-5. Very quick round there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what separates your really good teams from your good teams, it's just consistency. We had great rounds from Metal earlier, and I I mean, the great rounds need to be consistent. Whether the Decerto guys found their Achilles heel. However, Metal tries to get his second frag of the round and Defiance drops him. 3v2 situation, however, as Binary with the frag onto Defiance. We're going to see an eSuba B push. And it's just Lucker and Hectic who seem to love these 2v however many situations. And they're going to slowly push this as Lucker's the long view and Hectic's clearing out the close range quarters. However, Lucker does spot one. This is the shot in top hardware. And I do believe Hectic is going to slow climb the ladder. And he's going to manage to get the frag. But it's not before his mate gets dropped. He's in a 1v2 now. And he knows there's one on the B bomb. Great movement from Hectic here. However, he does drop off. And I do suspect that he believes he's moved. Bomb has been dropped in that B area. But Hectic's got 40, 30 seconds-ish to work with. So he's going to look just to get one frag. And then worry about the bomb. There is a guy near him. However, he does spot him and he does get the frag. Good play from Decerto there, just holding it out. And 10-6. However, it's just round for round at the moment.
Absolutely. If it keeps going round for round, of course, eSuba will take this one quite comfortably. So Decerto need to start stringing the 2-3 rounds together if they want to have a sniff of this one. Lucker has been tanked, but will regen. Hector does get taken out from Expo. Metal replying onto Lucker. Expo then getting Misak. And that was an incredibly quick round. 20 or so seconds. Clean sweep for Decerto after saying they really need to stamp some authority. They do just that. Well played.
Yeah, great work from them. Just storming it. Expo straight up the mid-key, and he just managed to clean up 2 frags. So great work from them. And as I'm actually going to watch Expo. I haven't given him much airtime, but he's definitely doing the groundwork. And he's going to push up the alley, and he's gone for a very aggressive push. He has got a sniper just to his left, and I don't think he's going to spot him. He may be shut down in the back, and Lucker's going to try, and he misses the shot. And that was what I was fearing. Expo now just misses the shot there onto Lucker. He doesn't care. He's going to frag Defiance in bottom A, and then he's going to go for Lucker. However, he has been locked down. Or not. However, Lucker... Expo just a bit too greedy there. Should have just held his position. However, he has made it a 3-on-2 situation, so he has relatively done his job. Trumi and Lucker, the last 2 members up for eSuba. Has got the bomb. I do believe they're just going to slowly crawl down this mid area. They've got a man just next to them in link. Troom is your last man standing. Managed to get all the way down to the B bomb site without being spotted. So unsure how Binary missed him. He just holding the right angle, and he is going to go for the plant. And he does manage to get the frag, and Binary with it almost shot. And if it wasn't for Metal's grenade, that could have been awkward.
Absolutely. But look what Decerto have done. 10-6 to 10-8. Still 2 rounds behind. But definitely not over yet. Want to keep this roll going, keep this momentum, keep that juggernaut on its tracks. eSuba, I'm going to switch over and see what's going on here, because clearly something isn't quite working as of yet. Quite slow. Anton does take down Hectic before being closed off from Defiance. Once again, Defiance going huge. 22 for 11 for his team, top fragging by some 7 kills. And it seems at the moment, if Defiance goes down, eSuba don't have much in the aggression department. So he has been took out here. Binary replying onto True. Expo then taking down Misak. Just Lucker remains with the scope. 4 players to find. Misses a very easy shot onto middle A by his own standards. And Expo will close him off comfortably. So the deficit now, ladies and gentlemen, from 10-6 to 10-9 is just 1 round. 10-9 to eSuba here.
I mean, first time we've seen a 1-round game in this match. It could have been all draw, however, Lucker does frag Metal. And Misak onto Anton, who was going for that mid-push once again. Aerox onto Lucker, and Aerox almost getting his second frag there. Does drop Misak, wins the AK battle there, 3v3 situation. As they have taken A, Binary with a frag onto Defiance. And they're just going to hold out this plant. Binary with another frag onto Trumi, and Expo picks off Hectic, who does dive out to get the frag, and for the first time, it's all evens.
Incredible here. Absolutely incredible. 10-6 to 10-10. I just hope that eSuba have the mentality to keep this one going. It'll be very easy to drop their heads here. Binary does pick up that first kill onto Hectic. Half of that SMG duo is down, so Defiant's going to have to pick this one up. He now has an AK though, so perhaps they're opting for the slower approach. And that slower approach is exactly how I'm feeling about this one. No one really moving. Defiant's in bottom blue house. Let's have a look where the rest of his team is. Troom is around the broken wall. Anton will get the kill onto Defiance. 5 versus 3. This is looking precarious now for eSuba. May see them go around behind for the first time in this game. But Lucca has replied onto Anton. Around the A building. 4v3. Misak and his 2 compadres both around bottom blue house here, making a lot of noise. He has seen Aerox on top of glitch roof, has heavily tagged Aerox. He tried to do a jump shot, would have been very nice indeed, but got tagged for his troubles. And with 35 seconds remaining, eSuba are a player down and haven't really committed, but that's exactly what they're going to do right now into A. Binary on red car looking towards bottom A. Metal in mid A, on a little jump on the table, cheeky spot. But if he plays his cards right, he's going to have a multitude of frags here. There's number 1 onto Troom. 3 versus 2. Misak did reply onto Binary, and then he goes with a double kill onto X-Roll. Aerox replying onto Lucca. Misak taking down Aerox. 1v1, 5 seconds. They know where each other are. Metal's top roof. Misak has to push. There's no point faking it, like 2 seconds remaining, and he doesn't do anything there. Metal just camping behind the little cylinder at top. And that will be 11-10. The first time Decerto have gone ahead in this match. What a time to do it.
Metal, absolutely fantastic SMG play there. Literally holding his nerve till the end. You know, a nervous guy could have peeked the door and a lucky headshot from Misak would have been round over. However, Lucca does open us up this round with a frag onto Expo. Binary responds onto Troom. I mean, if we look at this game tactically, eSuba haven't really changed up their attacking strat once. Always this calm play at the start, and then they work towards A or B depending on the picks. That works fantastically versus some of the better teams. You're in a rut like this, someone just call the B push, or the mid rush or something. However, Hectic does frag Anton. Metal responds onto Defiance. 2v3 situation now. Boys are just around mids. I do believe the bomb is going to go B. Aerox is up. He is around that B side, but he is watching the A cross. And Lucca are going to play this slow. They are going to work towards this hardware and B area. Aerox has definitely heard this, and he's definitely going to be setting his sights. Misak's heavily tagged in that sandbag alley area, and he doesn't manage to get the frag. Only too late. Lucca frags Metal, and I do believe they are going to go back to A. Aerox definitely will be knowing this. Hectic on the hardware fence, and he doesn't manage to frag X. And Aerox is stuck on this sandbag, and he's going to try and get the planter. Lucca does manage to land the bomb. So Aerox in a 1v2 now. Got a scope to work with. You're going to have to try and find a secondary weapon if he's going to try and get close. There should be one on that wooden stairs. Does tag up Lucca. 23 seconds left and he hasn't covered much ground. And Lucca is spamming away for that back fence, and he does drop Aerox. 11-11 the score. And eSuba just playing the fake to fake. Bomb to bomb, so great work.
Indeed, and that ends the 5-round unanswered spree from Decerto. Back to 11-11, 10-6 to 11-10. Role reversal or what? And eSuba are going to be looking to try and win the next 2 rounds to take this one. If not, perhaps going into overtime. Defiant opening up onto Metal, taking that SMG once again. The right decision, in my opinion. Was doing phenomenally well with it early on in the game. Seems to me he's lagging a bit. FPS or ping, not entirely sure which one. Seems very jittery. Aerox has replied onto Lucca. Scope on scope. Defiant pushing out towards the back of A. Didn't see Anton behind the little wooden steps there. And he will get taken out from Anton. Unfortunate for Defiance as he's trying to be aggressive into back A and try and make something happen for eSuba. And if you view where the rest of eSuba are, you have a player in B alley who has been taken out from Aerox. It was Hectic. Player in bottom blue. And the final player of Troom is pushing towards the bottom of Ace. They were so spread out. No possible way they could have coherently pushed one site or another. Troom has decimated Binary before. Anton will get the return kill into bottom A onto Misak. Troom is in mid of A. Fakes the bomb, looking towards wood and no one's home. May, if he keeps looking there, find a player, but he has switched around. Fakes again. Player coming up stone perhaps. No, he's in bottom A. Troom's going to push down. Anton does get the kill onto Troom. He's actually pre-firing there in hope, and Troom just walked face first into that hail of gunfire. We do see 12-11 match point to Decerto.
Fought at 10-6 down. And you have got a question. eSuba did make this recent lineup change, so team gelling and the team practice isn't obviously going to be perfect like it was before. But they have got defiance of 24 frags, and you feel that they are being heavily reliant upon them. However, different round here as eSuba managed to clean up with only Binary left in a 1v4 situation. Make that a 1v3. He has got 2 more people to find on that A bomb site. Lucker is back A as well, so he hasn't got the garden to work with. However, he does manage to frag Lucker. From a 1v4, it's a 1v2. However, Hectic on those wooden stairs does even us up, and I do believe we are going to go to OT.
Absolutely. MR3, overtime. Phenomenal match, really, considering the scorelines have been back and forth over and over. eSuba looked to me to be odds-on favourite. 10-6 at one stage, 5-1 at the beginning, and somehow we find ourselves in 12-12 MR3 overtime. I could not have predicted this one. How about you, Diablo? I'm sure you wouldn't have been thinking it would go this way.
Nah, definitely not. At the 10-5 I was calling it quits. And somehow the boys managed to claw it back. However, I do believe that eSuba are still going to take this. At times like this is where the teams are talking, and a team like eSuba will definitely know what to change up. We are going to go live. So Meta's overtime number 1. Take us away.
Indeed, as you said, overtime number 1, MR3. First to 4 will win. If it goes to 3-3, we will go into second period of overtime, etc., etc. There has to be a winner in this game. And that's a double nade from Expo onto Truman Defiance, holding hands there, dancing along. And nade just lands on their face. No idea what they were doing. Lower sandbag area. Strange nade, but highly effective. Sometimes it's the odd ones, the random ones that work best. And eSuba find themselves 2 players down here. Misak has brought it back to 1. Headshot onto Anton with that trusty AK. Hectic's been heavily tagged from Aerox's scope. Must be around the spawn bin area. Binary will close off Misak though. Back to that 2-man advantage. Expo being heavily tagged. Exchanges there with Lucker, who also gets tagged in the process. This is looking uncomfortable for eSuba. But hey, the top class players easily could get the 1v4 clutch, I should say, for Lucker. He has started off onto Eric, jumps around the corner, doesn't manage to take down Binary, but heavily tagged him, so he will go to 1-0 here to Decerto in the first overtime period. This is looking very tense.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Decerto right now, you're going to be loving it. Picking up the first round on attack as well. Confidence is going to be high. We are going to see a very different round. As Defiance storms right up into blue, and it didn't work like it did in the start of the match as Expo shuts him down. Binary has also been dropped, and Lucker frags Expo, and Boom has once again pushed up into that link area. So he's going to fall back to the green car. Misak with a frag onto Aerox, so 4v2 situation now. Make that a 4v1, and Misak onto Anton again, so very quick round from eSuba. As they're not spending any time letting the Decerto have any room or any pace, as they just storm up the mid and clean up.
Indeed, it was important for eSuba to stamp their authority on this round because they were 1-0 down at 2-0 down, not looking too good. So, best possible comeback from them. All even at the moment, no early frags have been exchanged. 1 minute 30 on the clock. Truma and Misak were both tagged, but both will regen. I feel that was probably from tack nades. Troom in the mid around King's Car, looking towards Broken Wall. Again, would seem to sort of have a very split attack here. 1 around Crash, 2 around A. Let's switch over and see what's going on here. I'm going to switch to Expo as he closes down Troom, trying to push through the smoke onto Crash. Metal replying onto Defiant, so 2 players down early for eSuba here. Are we going to see another dominant round here from the team? Expo replying onto Misak. Binary shutting down Hectic, so just look up. Again finds himself in a 1v5, 1v4 situation, and once again can't do much about it. So going into the second half of this first half of overtime, or first overtime I should say, it will go 2-1 to Decerto here.
Yeah, and I mean, I could say the obvious about that half and say, look at Expo's score compared to the rest 6-1. But in fact, have a look at Hectic and Defiant's score, who are 0 for 3 and 0 for 2, and they're your 2 SMGs. And on a map like Crash, when your SMGs, neither of them are getting a frag in 3 rounds, you know there's a problem. However, the Tides have swapped. And Binary opens us up with a frag onto Lucka. However, still dropped another 3v4 situation now. Troom with the bomb has managed to push this A site. Hectic has shut down Binary. So we are now in a 3v3 situation, and Troom is going to go for this straight plant. And no frag grenade from Eric. In fact, he does land the frag grenade onto Troom and the cross onto Hectic. And I missed Aerox launch a grenade there. So he has to bring us to match point.
Absolutely insanity here. Decerto looked down and out of this match. They brought it back 3-1 now. Just goes to show, never lose hope in COD4, guys, because something truly special can happen, and you're witnessing it right now. Let's see if eSuba can stage some kind of a comeback of their own. 1 player falls apiece, Troom and Anton. Anton did just pick up the kill. Misak once again with a double frag with that AK. Seen that time and time again so far in this match. But he's going to need to connect the dots a few more times if he wants to bring his team back into this one. 2 rounds behind. Decerto have 2 match points here. And right now, it's gone incredibly slow, incredibly tense. No one wants to make a mistake. No one wants to get picked. Next frag could be critical. It's either going to be a 4v2 or a 3v3. Just look at how slow everyone's playing here. No one wants to push forward. Misak taking point, and he will be closed off. That's the exact reason no one was trying to move, as Binary closes him off from around hardware area. Lucka has seen a player in mid-A, but misses the shot. Switch over and see who that was. I think that may have been Metal, who's now dropped out towards bottom A. And the camp in there with the SMG, of course. Saw him do an absolute phenomenal round earlier as Aerox does scope down Lucka. 3 versus 2. 2 unanswered frags for Decerto here. This is looking pretty nerve-wracking for eSuba, and the fights will be closed off 4-1 in overtime to Decerto. They will go through to the next round.
Wow.
Congratulations. Incredible game, Diablo.
What did I say at the start? Bet on the underdogs. Great game. And I mean, some great individual play, especially from the Decerto guys. Hats off. I didn't know many of them by name, but I certainly do now.
Absolutely.
And, they will advance.
Indeed.
So I'm going to try and bring up the bracket. Yeah, where that places them. Yeah, that was the first round of the playoffs in this Esports Heaven Poker Challenge. Now there are other games going on as we speak. But I'm going to hope that it's on Tech 9. If it isn't, brilliant. Playoffs to be inserted. Oh yeah, what was your thoughts at the end of the game there?
Just unbelievable, really. Kind of speechless. A great comeback from Decerto. I'll be buzzing right now. Adrenaline rush and everything else. I have just been informed from one of the management of COD TV that we're probably going to be covering a power game pretty soon. Not entirely sure when, but I'm sure I'll find out quite soon for you guys. How about yourself, Diablo? What are your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, it was very good. Very high level of COD there that I watched. Great work from both teams, and I bet on eSuba quite a lot, and I was definitely wrong. So Decerto stamped their name on the Call of Duty scene. So I do believe people are moaning that the stream is lagging. Still. We will try and fix this.
Yeah, apologies for any lag. Some people saying they've got lag, others saying they don't have any, so not entirely sure what that's all about, but I think that we should probably take a quick break before we cover this next game. I've been told it could be very soon, in a couple minutes, so please stay tuned to COD TV. Myself and Diablo, I think we'll be bringing you some more action from the Full Tilt Poker Challenge of round 2, so stay tuned and we'll see you very soon.